Good morning. Well, I got a little computer work to do here. I'm learning how to cell antigen corn today. Requirement, got to do it. Nothing really new for me, but it's going to take me a half hour or so here, and then we'll get back out to the shop. All right, I'm all trained up. Know what I'm doing now. No, not much has changed. A little bit in some of the ways that we're doing some of the contracts and stuff, but no big deal there. So I'm going to keep trying to trace out what's going on with my lights on this tractor and see if I can figure out how to make them both come on at the same time, because that would be super helpful. We might move some stuff around here a little bit later today, but if you look outside here, check it out. It snowed last night, so I don't know. It means it's cold out. And I might have to run and get some pins and let's see. If my dealer has that adapter cable in for this tractor, I might go and get that, and because they'll have the pins and everything, and we can get it all done and get these out of here. So if you didn't catch the end of yesterday's video, here is what we are dealing with. I installed these new fender lights there, and I put a new switch in here to make them work on and off. And what should happen is when I turn this switch to the number 2 and this switch is on, those lights should both come on. But watch what happens. I only get one. And then what I discovered was if I put this switch in the road light mode, the other one comes on, which is super helpful. Yeah. So I'm not real sure why. It seems to me that the wires going to that light aren't connected in the right spot, probably in here somewhere. And I don't really know how to fix it, so I gotta figure something out. It could be just me, but isn't it weird that there's continuity between both wires going to that light? Shouldn't that not be the case? Check it out. I got them both on at the same time. Unfortunately, it required a jumper wire. Just going from one side to the other. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why it's wire harness doesn't seem to be right. I don't know if there's something I'm missing somewhere. But they didn't give me any directions when they gave me these, and they knew what I was using them for, so I don't know. But I can make this work if I can just figure out how to run that wire without it being in the way. So I'm gonna try and do it that way, I guess. Okay, well, we had to get a little bit creative, but I've got my jumper wire right here. It kind of comes out, goes through here, through that side, up over there, and then the same on this side. And we just got to get the wires connected. So I have a pile of extra wire harnesses and stuff that we got for these lights that we did not need because, well, they didn't come with a plug on them. So rather than going through 2 adapter harnesses to get to the right fitting, we're just going to go to the right one to start with. So I'm going to take all of this stuff up to the dealer, try and return it, and see if we can't get some of the pins that we need. I brought the examples that I've got, and they should have them, and hopefully they'll have that adapter for the 9R tractor and that Ethernet cord that we were working on yesterday, and whatever else I find that I need between here and there. We'll see. Right there, that's what we needed. A few other things for the heck of it. They did not get that adapter harness in yet. It sounded like probably next week with the holiday tomorrow or Friday, so that's fine. Also, I asked if they had any directions on how these lights are supposed to get installed, and they did, but I looked through them and it said plug the lights in, more or less. It was just remove old lights, install the new ones, tighten the bolt, the nut, and plug the wire harness into the existing wire harness. Not helpful. So I think there is something wrong, or something not quite right, maybe, with the wiring harness in the tractor. Like it got something that's not connected quite right. I don't know. But we're gonna make it work this way, and when we sell the tractor and somebody else is trying to figure out what the heck we did, then they'll have to find my YouTube video and figure it out. It's raining. All right, so we've got our parts that we need. Kind of got stuff laid out here. I trimmed these wires coming from the light down a little bit because they were way too long. They're still too long, but they're better. Basically, we put our little seal on there, and then we've got to get this put in just the right spot, and then we crimp it on with these fancy crimper pliers, and then we can stick it into the housing. But we gotta make sure we get our pins right and everything. My jumper wire that comes across, I pulled the old wire out of the plug, the wire harness that was in there, and I put the jumper wire into it, so that it's just done. And I'm gonna tape off the other one, and then all we should have to do is plug it in. All right, I'm gonna try and film this for you. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm working on here, but basically you just lay this in there. We got to push this thing out so that it's kind of like that, and then we get our crimpers. Let's see, I want number 4, so we want it to sit in there, and then squeeze. And these things do an awesome job. Look at that beautiful crimp. Once we get that one in there, then we got to do the one around the insulation. Put them in there. Or the seal, or whatever you want to call that. There. It's almost like it's professionally done. Okay, so now we can take this, take the protector off the back of it, and let's see. So this is gonna go, hold on. Which way does that fit? Not that way. That way. Goes like this, so we want the red wire on the left. On the left. On the left. And we got to get it oriented just right. Oh, my seals are too big. Crap. Okay, well, it's in. It appears those gray seals that I got are not the right ones for this connector. They do not fit. But we're gonna make it fit. All right, well, I got the pins to snap into place there. These are supposed to slide into that housing a little bit. I don't know that I'm gonna be able to get this cover on with them like that. Yeah, I didn't think so. Whatever. It's for a light. It isn't going to hurt anything. Plug it in. Okay. So we're good in there now. This can be put back up. Get all our wires tucked back up in there. And yeah. I just got to make the connections on the other side, and then we can turn them on and test them. Well, maybe we should do that before we put it back together. So I have several more of these little seals, but none of them are the right size to fit into this MetriPack connectors. Must be a smaller size, and these ones are all for weather packs, so oh well, not that big of a deal. We're not gonna worry about it. Okay, connections on this side are made. Moment of truth here. Let's hit the switch and see what happens. Oh, I gotta put this cab back together again. Switch number 2. Lights are both on. Fantastic. It's gonna work. All right, put her back together. Know what I forgot to do? So I was adjusting the angle here, getting that attached. I forgot to tighten the nut on the bottom, which means I gotta take these screws back out. Dang it. Fortunately, it's just 3 screws, and they come out fairly easily. That's a minor mistake. It's the worst I do today. We're doing all right. Much better. Now we can work on putting our cab back together. This one is easy because nothing's unplugged there, so that just slides back in. Kind of, sort of. Okay, I'll work on that in there. But this panel, don't need that anymore, goes down there. Okay, that wasn't so bad. Okay, and that's all back together. So, one more time, let's just test our lights. Make sure they don't come on in the road position. They do not. But there, they are on. I can use this switch to turn them on and off. This one does the top lights. Cool. Those are going to be really nice. I went and turned the shop lights off. So we essentially just took this tractor from that for rear lighting. That was it. The two upper cab lights to now this. Yeah, that's gonna do it. That's gonna work. Ugh, what a crappy day. Well, I was trying to just clean up the bench a little bit and stuff, and had some stuff to take out to the Dad's wood shop out there. I'm not going to move tractors around because it's raining and I don't want to get my tractor wet because that ceramic coating is still curing. It said 4 to 7 days. It has not been 4 to 7 days, so we're just going to let it sit. It's nothing pressing. I don't have to move stuff today, but we are essentially done with both of these now. I suppose I should make sure I got everything filled out in the books correctly. This one appears to be done. I don't think I've done the 9R one yet, and this is the combine book that's filled out and just needs to get put back in the combine. Okay, I guess I do have a couple of things I need to do to this yet. We need to check all the lights, make sure they all work, and I have not yet greased the pivot stuff in here. So there's some grease zerks on the steering cylinder pins and on the main pivot of the tractor there. Okay, so there's not a lot on here. We already did the fan drive, so it's all just stuff right here in the bend. There's some on these steering pins. So I'm going to start there. Okay, and then we've got this one on the bottom that's for that pivot. Okay, and there's one back here on this bearing. How much that one's supposed to get. We'll go with about that much. Okay, and then up on the top, there's another pivot. Brock missed some dirt up there, didn't he? That's okay. Ugh. Ouch. Okay, and that one usually shows up on the top. Right there, it's coming. Okay, so that's the grease points here. I got to get the steering cylinders on the other side. Okay, now our light check. I believe every light on the thing should be on right now. Some of them are quite bright. Everything looks good. Looks good on the front. Check the back. Upper cab lights, they're on. Fender lights are bright. Oh my goodness. Okay, everything but the beacon. Maybe I just didn't hit that. If I push the button, it starts flashing. And it's not on. What does that mean? Something not set right, or is it the bulbs burn out? I think the connection was just loose. I wiggled it and it came on. Alright, now we're done. Greased. Books are back in it. Both of them. Lights work. Just clean it up a little bit more. Okay, well, I think I'm going to wrap it up there. It's plenty early yet. I'm not going to go home just yet, but I'm done working out in the shop. I'm going to go play on the computer for a while and maybe go in the house, see what my mom's doing. Have a great New Year's, guys. Tomorrow, today, whatever, is New Year's Eve. And it also happens to be my wife and I's anniversary. So happy anniversary, baby. I love you. It's 6 years tomorrow. So we're going to go out and celebrate. And yeah, New Year's Eve weddings are a good time. Anniversaries are expensive if you want to go anywhere in the future, but we're not going anywhere this year, so no big deal. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in 2021. Who knows what the next year is going to bring for us. Watch for my year in review video. Maybe that's what I'll go work on. Saturday morning is my plan to release that one, so I've been working on it. We're getting there, but should be decent. I got to do a better job of taking video clips without me talking in them and saving them throughout the year so that I can throw those into a video and not just picture slideshow, but maybe next year. So anyway, have a great weekend. Have a great rest of the week, holiday weekend here. Thanks for watching, everybody. I truly do appreciate it. And we'll see you guys again next week after I get back here on Monday. These two tractors are going out. The scaffolding is going out. And we're going to bring in one or two of our other tractors. We've got the 8430 and the 8335 that we've got to get through yet. We've got a couple other things that might be happening after the first of the year. We got to start looking at chemicals and some starter fertilizer and that kind of stuff. So business planning side of stuff ramps up here again after the first of the year. But we've got to keep the equipment maintenance stuff going as well. As soon as we get tractors through the shop, we'll probably bring planters in. So it's not going to slow down for a while. We got plenty to do. Stick around. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Thanks, guys. See you later.